welcome to our channel. Now, if you're anything like me, you check the news every morning and think, well, that's terrifying, better check the overseas markets before I spontaneously combust. But today, we're not just looking at the headlines of today, we're strapping on our prognostication helmets and hurtling towards the year 2025. That's right, we're talking new money, robot people, UAPs, sick fog, and hopefully still some semblance of a functioning society. So, buckle up, watch me and the kiddo, because we're diving headfirst into the top news predictions for 2025. Let's find out. Experts are predicting a seismic shift in the energy sector in 2025. Now, I know what you're thinking. Seismic shift sounds like something that would make my basement collapse. But this time, maybe, it's a good thing. We're talking about advancements in zero-point energy technologies so significant, they'll make your old gas-guzzling car look like a horse-drawn carriage. No disrespect to the horses. I'm sure that we may all need horses soon after the EMP from the UAP. Imagine a world where non-human intelligence are as commonplace as iPhones, weed farms sprout up faster than Starbucks, and the only time you see a doctor in person is birth or death. It sounds like something out of a utopian sci-fi film, depending on your political posture. Remember when your parents told you to avoid talking about politics in polite company? Well, in 2025, good luck finding any company that's polite or even understand anything outside of MSNBS and CNN. Most mainstream media is just buzzing about the dramatic reshaping of the geopolitical landscape. Experts predict that the world map, as we know it, might look as outdated as a map drawn on a cave wall. We're talking new alliances forged, old ones crumbling faster than a cookie in a toddler's hand. And why? Well, aside from the usual suspects like economic interests and global power plays, there's a new kid on the block. Trump. That's right, no longer just a talking point for politicians, it's become the main event. So, hold on tight because the world stage is about to get a whole lot more interesting. And by interesting, I mean potentially terrifying, but also maybe a little bit more hopeful. So, let's all do our part to ensure that 2025 isn't just another year on the calendar, but a turning point in the fight for our planet. Most fights have a winner, some a draw, and even more never stop fighting. And there you have it, folks. The top world news predictions for 2025 is Trump. Now, I'm not saying we've got it all figured out because, let's be honest, predicting the future is a fool's errand. For all we know, we could all ruled by underground sentient dinosaurs who communicate through your interpretive energy. Thanks for watching. Like, sub.
The refuge itself is 140,000 acres of mostly pristine wilderness. Now I say that because back in 1961, NASA, you can see it down there, you see that giant building out there. NASA took over this property in 1961, buying up all the properties and tearing down all the houses and buildings out here, leaving behind the slabs. The refuge itself was allowed to grow back to its former glory. The Indian River itself consists of three main bodies of water. This one right here, the Indian River. Just on the other end of this canal over here is called the Mosquito Lagoon.
Another dolphin.
And down south near Cocoa is the Banana River. All three of those bodies of water make up the Indian River Lagoon system. It's North America's most biodiverse and one of America's largest estuaries. Now the thing is though, it's 157 miles long and the average depth is only about 4 feet. Where we're sitting right now though is pretty much the deepest part, between 15 and 20 feet deep. So what we're going to do, guys, we're going to go and we're going to, I'm not sure about this current, so I don't want to work too hard. But we're going to go down this canal here. We're going to go to the boat ramp real quick, see what we can get into over there. Maybe spot some manatees. So keep your eyes open and your head on a swivel because you never know what you might see. Just like that dolphin we saw. This last couple of weeks I've been seeing loggerhead sea turtles in this canal, so that's pretty exciting. So alright, just follow me on out. We're going to go kind of chase after this boat right here.
Right pedal. Left. Right. Left. Right. Right. Left. Left. Left.
around these rocks, guys. We're going to take the easy route. Look at this beautiful world turn right here, guys. Now, these guys are always faced directly towards the wind. If they're ever perched just like this, we know that's the direction the wind's coming from. Their aerodynamic body is a nice way to go like that, allowing them to sit comfortably.
Alright, straight.
Oh yeah, I made you guys turn around. This one got it, right? There we go. Let's keep this out. Keep out of the canal here. It's a little easier to go this way. You see the cranes over there on NASA property. That's Blue Origin over there building stuff. Also didn't want to go down the canal either with the boat in the way. That is a crap show. It's owned by a guy named Bruce. I only met him on shore and I picked up one of the boats and had the name on it. That's the only reason I know it's there. Hey, great blue heron over here on the left, guys.
Oh, look at that. Beautiful.
Alright, everybody's out of the canal. Fantastic. That guy is coming up cooking fast, see him? He's on the other side of that sailboat there. You can see his wake shooting out on the right over there.
Oh yeah, he is.
Yeah, he's coming up fast.
Speedboat.
Probably, but I'd rather not read it. Love it out here. Every day. We do tours every single day. But it's not here, it's going to be in another spot. Wherever you want to be booked at, we'll get you out of the water. This actually is my favorite tour because this is the tour that we see the most wildlife. This is the stuff where we see the most bird life, most dolphins, manatees, alligators. So the thing is, Merritt Island National Wildlife Refuge is home to over 680 different species of fish. And that includes 18 species of sharks and rays. We get bull sharks in here, black tips, we get all kinds of things. We get a lot of different types of stingrays too. I don't know if you've ever came out here and walked around the water, but we recommend doing what we call the stingray shuffle. That's where when you're walking through the water, you shuffle your feet and don't miss the water. Now it's also home to over 69 different species of reptile and amphibians. You know, frogs, lizards, snakes, turtles, and yeah, even alligators are out here. Hopefully we'll see some today. It's also home to over 39 different species of mammals. That includes your raccoons, your possums, your armadillos. Sometimes you see coyote out here, bobcat. Every now and then, Florida panther makes an appearance out here, and even blackcat. It's also home to 2 aquatic mammal species. That includes dolphins, which we were lucky enough to see that up there, and the western manatee. Where we're going to go, we typically see manatee back there. Not every time though, they don't like cooler temperatures. They like to hang out close towards the spring, power plants and such, to sort of stay warm. It's quite popular for me. They don't have a whole lot of blubber to keep them warm. They don't like cold temperatures. But once the water gets about 68 degrees, they start heading up towards the spring, or like I said, the power. As we're paddling along, keep an eye on the sides of your boat because you can almost see the bottom right here. And as we paddle along, it's going to get even more shallow. when we tell people just relax if you fall out of the boat, once you stop splashing around and screaming and hollering for life, we're just going to ask you to stand up.
This is awesome.
Well, I do know that this spot right here is a really popular spot for dolphins. They chase around the mullet in this area. They love it. Keep an eye out for their dolphins on this spot. And a lot of people get confused about the dolphins versus the sharks. Yeah, dolphins can go in very shallow water, but you'll notice that they don't have like a tail fin sticking out, and their dorsal fin usually bobs up and down like this.
Inside, where is that? Hold up. I see why he
There's pufferfish that steal people's baits, and they don't like those guys. Huh? Yeah, little eastern puffers, yeah. Southern puffers. Yep. And it's funny when they do puff up in your hand, they're like... Oh, I believe it. What's that? Yeah, yeah, she's... Hey. None of that.
Let's turn around.
he got himself a fish. Now that right there is our osprey. Very, very cool bird. Now pay attention to what he's doing. See that fish?
Yeah.
The fish that he's holding it parallel to his body. Because these osprey are smart enough to figure out that if they hold that fish parallel to their body, they can use its aqua dynamics and aerodynamics, and it creates less drag when they fly through the air. So it's a little more efficient. Hey, we got like ball beetles and everything out here. They come down, they see us catch a fish, and they'll hold it sideways, but they're struggling. They're not as sharp as the fish eagle. Now that's just a nickname. Fish hawk, fish eagle. That's now the osprey, he occurs all over the world except for our Arctic zone. In fact, he'll show up in Australia, China, Japan, Africa, North America, South America, all over the world. It's really, really cool. I get bonked in the head a lot, man. A little bit of my knowledge spills out on shore. Oh yeah, the weight of the pelican. Yeah. Yeah, we can Google that. No one's ever asked me that. How much does it weigh? I mean, I would be willing to guess it would probably be up to 20 something to 30 pounds. I'd say 30. Now take a look at these trees on the left right here. These nice, tall, fluffy ones right here. Now they look kind of like pine trees, right guys? Well, those aren't pine trees at all. In fact, they're not even related to pine trees. Now, even though some people like to call them Australian pines, they're not related to pines, like I said. They're actually called casuarina trees, or in other parts of the world, she oaks. They're more closely related to oak trees than they are pine trees. In fact, these guys are native to northeast Australia and southeast Asia. Now, the thing with these trees, though, they're really good at holding the soil together, and they're really good at blocking the wind. But the problem with these trees is all the wildlife around here didn't evolve next to these trees. So it's actually really cool habitat. Oh man, they brought them over because they didn't realize that our mangroves over here, like the was just as good at holding the soil together and blocking the wind as casuarina. Now the thing with casuarina trees is that the leaves they do fall. They are considered deciduous, even though here in the middle of winter right here, they look green and fresh. But the thing is, when they drop their branchlets, basically the needles, they drop the needles on the ground. You can see underneath those trees there, it's very blanket. Now what happens is, when those needles land on the ground, they release the toxins into the soil, smother out the soil so no understory can come up. So they're actually really, really poor habitat for our local wildlife. Now, in future plans for the refuge here, they are looking to move all the casuarina trees out of here and go back to our left and right, and sometimes that backfires when I'm paddling forward. But anyway, you can see right, oh, a little snowy. You can see right here these weird spider-like legs of the red mangrove tree. Red mangroves are really important. All mangroves are really important, but this one right here is a true mangrove. The other mangrove trees are typically called mangroves because of the environment that they live in. But this one right here is a true mangrove tree in Florida here. It could grow at about 50 years old, about 80 feet tall, and it's wind pollinated.
Oh wow.
once it is pollinated, nice little pear-shaped fruit will grow, a little upside down pear, maybe about an inch long or so. Germinate on the stem and grow what's called a propagule out of that fruit. That propagule will get 12 to 14 inches before it's mature enough to fall out of the fruit. And once that propagule does fall out of the fruit, it'll float horizontally for miles and miles until it gets waterlogged enough to sink down to the bottom, and a brand new red mangrove tree will grow in that spot. But by the time it does leaf out, it is a fully mature red mangrove tree ready to go. We'll hug to the left side over here, give our fishermen some space. Just be careful of this snag over here. We don't want to bonk our head on it. That would be really unfortunate. Here's a close-up view of the Casarina tree right here. As you can see, it really does look like pine trees.
What's a pine tree? Yeah. Wow.
Watch my head right here.
Yeah.
It's like bonk. Just watch your eyes and face right there. I'll come out here and cut that down. Let me get out of y'all's way. I'm sorry. Keep an eye out for little jellyfish. You guys gonna catch them all?
Is there any luck?
You gotta treat fish like Pokemon. You gotta get them all. Here's some of them feet right here. Fish in the creek.
Oh wow. You see? There's a lot of tackle, right? You have fun? Cool. You gonna give me a paddle too? Alright, that's good right there. Let's look at that sunset. Let's come around. You hear me?
Did you catch any shots yet?
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
You saw some of them dolphins on the camera?
Yep. I'm gonna post your description too in the link.
All right.
YouTube.
Oh, you got YouTube?
Oh yeah.
All right, I'll check out YouTube. This is a good spot to keep your eyes open and head on swivel, like I've been saying, because this spot likes to attract manatees. Now, this time of year, it's kind of iffy. Sometimes you see them, sometimes you don't. But it's a good place to stop for a minute. You know, relax your arms. You know, take a break, and then once we get back out in the canal, guys, we'll head back out there to the Indian River. We'll watch that sun go down. It's gonna be really nice.
All right, turn it back around.
I think that was a fishing line, actually. You guys seeing something? I'm pointing out something there. That's a really good question. When we're looking for manatees, there's a bunch of little telltale signs that we look for. Well, the obvious one is like a large round shape coming up out of the water. Sometimes they have a round flat tail, kind of like a beaver's tail a little bit. There's other times where as they're swimming through the water, you'll notice that there's a large circular pattern in the water, and you can kind of follow those circular patterns. It domes up in the water, flattens out, and that's what we call manatee footprints. And you can see the direction that they're going. You can just follow and follow. They don't stay down for very long. They often pop up and they, you know, exhale. But certain times of the year, they fill this boat ramp, and they'll come right up to the boats. But that's typically like warm temperatures. Let's give these guys a little bit of space over here, guys. Come a little closer. We'll hang out here about another minute or so, and then we'll take off. We'll go back down the canal and go chase up some dolphins. That sounds like a better plan.
This time of the year, we're down to
Power plant. Yeah. Because what happens is those power plants will use seawater to keep their turbines cool, and it's not like polluted water or anything. It's just warm. So when the water that's discharged is usually comes out like 80+ degrees. So the manatees just love hanging out in there. It makes sense.
Yeah.
This guy's coming in here or not. Once he passes, we'll get going. He's coming in. Once these guys pass this the opening here, we're gonna go ahead and head back out in the canal and start heading left.
There you go. All right, the other way. There you go. All right, right. All right, there you go. Thank you for telling me about this one.
This is great.
Yeah. We at least got 3 dolphins.
That we're here, they'll disappear, and they don't need to pop back up for another 20 minutes if they want to. Whereas the dolphins, they can only hold their breath for about 10 minutes.
Gotcha. Wow. Just exhale.
Really large animal. Those the Atlantic bottlenose dolphin. That's the type we have.
Wow.
Up here. We don't have porpoise or any other type. Now that dolphin right there can weigh up to 1,600 pounds. Oh, we got a manatee on the left right here, guys.
Huh? You see it? You see it right there?
Yeah, dude. Playing games with it. Now manatees are really cool because they don't have a benevolent bone in their body. They have very natural food for their friendly. Certain times of year when they get really numerous waters out here, they will come to those. Yeah, he's right there. There's one right there with the water. See him swim by? Can you see him in the water? The water's a little dark, a little murky. Now these manatees, they can live to about 60 years old, and they can weigh up to 1,500 pounds. And what the cool thing is like the females will mate several times until she conceives, and then once she does that, she breaks off from the rest of the group and then lives a solitary life. Manatees are actually considered solitary animals. That's kind of like you would think that they weren't when you see them so grouped up inside the boat ramp sometimes. But that's because each time they make babies, and once the female is pregnant, she will carry that baby for 12 months. When she gives birth, that baby will stay with her for 2 years until the baby finally weans off or ventures of its own. Huh?
Way back up there now.
Yeah, I'm sure you probably heading out to the they'll look for like really slow patches, warm patches. But that's cool that we got to see that, right? It doesn't happen as often. Oh, this time of year. Yep. All night.
That is cool. Sorry.
Saw something? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I see him.
Oh
All right,
wow.
let's get a little bit of a wiggle on, guys. Let's go watch that sun go down.
That is beautiful.
Beautiful osprey hanging out with his snack right here. There's something going on in the water up here on the left right here.
What is that?
You see that strange ripple in the water. Sometimes that's just bait fish. Other times it could be like manatees or even dolphins.
Turning the boat. Keep your direction straight. Get to one side. Now you're thinking water snakes, you're thinking water moccasins. Water moccasins, like talking about? Well, yeah, I mean, it's Florida, but I've never seen those. But it's not. I don't want to start spinning. Keep it correct.
Look at that beautiful sunset, guys.
You see a dolphin? Oh yeah, I do. Yeah. And more than one, so you see it's a few of them out there. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Go. Okay. You see? What is that?
dark out here either. Unless there's like 0 clouds in the sky, then that's one thing, but those don't count. It has to have clouds to be really nice. It is. It is. It's definitely the rookery. That's a spot that everybody's been seeing all those flamingos out there. Now the only reason that we wouldn't go out there today is because you get out there, we can't get close to the island, and then we gotta fight the wind to get back. So you see that canal right there. It was a little hard to paddle up it earlier. It's just like that trying to get back. So you just gotta make decisions. Get out, you guys enjoy so you can get pictures of the sunset. Having fun?
Outer Bank, or is that the main one right there we're looking at? We're looking west. So that's got to be the main one. You turned around.
Now right now, as you see like this large brown pelican right here, we just and you can see it, how he's flying really close to the water like that. Now that allows the pelican to fly on a little cushion of air. It's called ground effect. So when they're flying along the surface of the water like that, it creates sort of like this cushion that makes for effortless flying. Is that a GoPro you got?
Yep, GoPro 360.
Got
Yep.
it on?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, that's a beautiful sunset, guys. Yeah, I'm gonna paddle over here. I'm gonna get you guys all lined up so I can get a picture too. Mom said it was too hazardous to bring the phones.
I don't have a waterproof package around mine. I know that surprises you. It's not test. It's not me.
I ruined your video? This guy's boat is something else. You can see that blue on his hull. That's a nice boat. I wonder if that's like, you know what, I can't afford to take care of it anymore, I'm ditching it. This is it, I'm leaving it right here. Now that did happen over on the other lagoon just over there. Just this past February, I guess we had like a strong storm or something.
Mhm.
That boat ended up running aground out there.
Mm.
Now when it was out there, it was a really beautiful boat, beautiful white sails. And as the weeks drew on, the sails started to tatter a little bit, and they started getting worse and worse. And I don't even know if that boat is even still there. I haven't been in Mosquito Lagoon in a while. But as the months went on, that boat started looking more and more derelict. And in certain nights, especially when we had thunderstorms, you could park right in front of that boat with the thunderstorms in the background. It looked like a scene out of Scooby-Doo. It was really spooky. It was neat. I liked it. I was like, hey guys, take a look at this. So yeah, it was a very, and you're not supposed to actually go on a derelict vessel unless you have permission from the owner itself. It's actually, for some reason, an abandoned boat is like off limits. I don't know why. And it's like, hey, you left it there. But I did get on that boat, and it's full of wasps and
old maps and things like that, and full of water and fuel and oil. It was terrible. That's why we got to get those boats out of there, because they become environmental hazards.